to screw up the intro. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of Get Off Your Ass and Cook. I have with me here KardoGuy. He's going to be helping me out in this episode, and today we're going to be making some chocolate chip muffins. Before we get started, first off, I'd like to point out a couple of new pieces of artwork. You've probably noticed them. One is over here. Yeah, actually they're both over here. The picture of the Undertaker silhouette and symbol, and then this little food collage type thing. My wife, who is infinitely more artistically talented than I will ever be, is the one who made these. So yeah, just give her a shout out in the comments or whatever. But past that, let's get started. Now, as always in these videos, I always do the write this down segment. Okay, so what you are going to need is a half a cup or a stick of butter, a half a cup of sugar, 1 egg, 1 cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavoring, 2 cups of flour, and a 6-ounce bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips. So yeah, that's pretty much all you're going to need, and we're going to get this going. Now you're going to want to preheat your oven to 400, will you shut up laughing, to 400 degrees before we get started. And this also requires that you take the butter out in advance, because you want it to room temperature and you want it to be real soft, because the first thing you have to do is cream your butter and sugar together. You are not going to make this an easy video, are you? I'll put the link in the description below as to what the hell he's laughing at. I'm not going to say what he's laughing at because, I'm trying to film a cooking video here and it's not very good, subject matter.
Come back to the cooking.
I hate you. Why did I allow you to be in this video? Measure me a half a cup of sugar and pour it in here.
My cheeks hurt.
That's because you're a cornball. Is that a half a cup? He's not going to survive this video. That's the pour side. That's why it kind of looks like a funnel.
I'm seeing if you know.
I was cooking before you were born, of course I know. Yeah, that's half a cup. The little notch is for 1/4 of a cup. While he's making a mess, a little bit more, flatten it out. Now I'm making a mess.
Talking about me making a mess.
That's good. Now you're going to cream your butter and sugar together. Hold that.
Salt in that. Salt? Sugar.
Sugar.
Like meat.
And after that, you're going to take 1 egg. Look at that skill.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And you're going to mix that into it as well. And now you're going to add a splash of vanilla flavoring, which equates to roughly about a teaspoon. A little more, a little less. You're going to mix that into it. Alright, now Rick, I want you to measure me out 1 cup of milk and pour it in here.
I just want to drink it. One.
Because I don't want to put wet in this because I got to pour flour in that later. We're going to do this twice. 1.
Can I just drink some?
Yes, then you can just drink some. too. We're gonna mix this together. Alright, now take this one, fill it up with flour. You know what? I'll fill it up with flour. Save you the hassle of beating you to death with a bag of flour.
About to go.
Now you're gonna add the flour in 1 scoop at a time. If you want it to get, oh, close it up, numb nuts, I need more of that. Okay. Make sure you scrape down the sides and get all that goodness back into the bowl.
Thank you. Eat it.
This is what you get when you try and teach a teenager to cook. This is what you get right here.
Turns it clean.
Yeah, pretty much. And now for the second flour. Now I'm using self-rising flour. This stuff pretty much already has the baking powder and salt in it, so you don't have to worry about that. This is just my personal recipe. But screw it. I could give you the recipe where you have to add it, but I'm not gonna. This is my recipe. You can follow it or don't have to. Okay, now this is all nice and mixed up. Now the batter is gonna be kind of thick, and that is perfectly fine. That is what you want. I'm gonna take a pop that off to the side. Ricky,
Yeah.
would you like to do the honors of opening up the chocolate chips and pouring them in there? Now, when it comes to the chocolate chips, I don't,
Pour them all?
yes, pour them all in there.
What? Why all?
Because that's what goes in the recipe. Stop eating my chocolate chips and pour them in that damn batter!
Come on.
Jerk. Now fold the chocolate chips back in, or into the batter. Now what I was trying to say is I don't usually use my mixer to mix the chocolate chips into it. I just kind of take a rubber spatula and fold them together. Now, what I'm about to do is completely optional, but I figured I had them. Might as well do it anyway. Ricky, go ahead and open those walnuts. Open your nuts.
My nuts.
This has gone from a cooking show to a 12-year-old whatever. Stop eating my nuts. And this was a 2-ounce bag of, less than 2-ounce bag of walnuts. And I'm just going to fold them into it. Now these make a great breakfast or, bake sale item, or since we're shooting this video at like late at night.
It's 2 in the morning.
2 in the morning. Don't judge me, people. Make a great late night snack. Okay, so would you call those nice and folded in?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I didn't say that's the case. Good.
we're gonna clean up and then we're gonna get everything else going. 1 second. Welcome back, and as you can see, he is finishing off the rest of my milk. Oh, don't leave some of it, man. We gotta have it for another video. Did you leave some?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, numbnuts. What a chode. Next step is you're gonna take your muffin pan and spray it with some non-stick cooking spray.
And me in the eye.
And you in the eye. Now you can use the little cupcake paper if you want to, or me personally, I just put it directly into the muffin pan. I don't worry about that nonsense. You can see it's gonna have a nice sheen to it, sir.
Yeah.
And you basically just wanna
Pour it in there.
pour it in there. You wanna kind of fill it up. Don't worry about overbait. If they rise, that's what they're supposed to do.
Especially like straight out of the bowl.
You have issues, sir.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if there's any of it left, you can scrape the bowl. How old are you again?
17. No words.
This kid eats like, you know, he eats more than me, and yet he's so damn skinny, and I want to slug him for it.
My friend Diana said the same thing. She said she wants to hit me. She said that she likes eating, but, you know.
You know what I like eating too? You know, I'm fat, so I don't really care. There's an old saying, never trust a skinny chef. Well, I'm not skinny.
At least you know we eat good. Well, I mean, it looks like, you know, you guys eat good. But
Yeah,
it's
it looks
me.
like we eat good. You look like you don't hardly eat at all. Trust me, my food budget weeps with this boy around here. Hold that. Don't lick it.
Dang it.
Actually, you know what? Here, hold that.
Don't like it.
Don't lick it yet.
You gotta leave some for me.
I'm gonna leave some for you.
No. Well,
Here,
like,
go ahead.
scrape the bowl, please.
I had to scrape the bowl clean. So the next thing you want to do is pop these in a 400-degree oven that's been preheated for roughly 18 minutes until they're done. Now there's two methods to check whether or not they're done. There is the classic, you can stick like a toothpick or something in it, and if the center, if you pull it out, it comes out clean, they're done. Or we can do a spring back method where you just kind of gently press them, and if they spring back, they're done like that too. But either way, roughly it takes about 400. Yeah, it takes about 400 minutes, and then they're going to be charcoal. Takes about 18 minutes in a 400-degree oven, so we're going to pop them in there, and we'll be back in a little bit to check on them. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, okay. Okay, welcome back to, just get off your ass and cook?
Yeah.
Okay. I had to ask him the name of my show. And the muffins are out of the oven. They've been cooling for just a couple of minutes. We're going to pop one out of here, and we're going to try it out.
It's hot.
And of course, it's still freaking hot. There we go. There you go. We're going to give you that one.
Definitely gonna have diabetes.
Oh, yeah. Wolford Brimley, eat your heart out. Diabetes. Alright.
Water on my face.
Oh, look at that steam. Those
Yeah.
are so nice and moist, too. Apple.
Hot. Oh.
I know yeah, you're hot, but I know you didn't spit them out.
Fuck no.
So good. Sometimes I amaze myself. Now, just remember, follow the steps, follow the recipe, and you will not go wrong with these muffins. They're not too sweet, and I think the semi-sweet chocolate chips that I put in there, they add another layer of flavor to it. Like I said, these are good for a dessert, they're good for a bake sale, or they're just good for a late night snack if you're up filming a stupid video at 2-something in the morning.
Yeah.
That's it for this week's episode of Get Off Your Ass and Cook. I'm going to try and start posting this show once every Thursday. Anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, don't try this and the chocolate cake shake. And
Yeah, we filmed both of these in the same night.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. Later, everybody.